I'm like, hey, what's up?
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Zoroth Nexus. My name is Luke, and today I've got a electricity DPS build for you guys. I think you're gonna like it pretty well. I've been working on it for a while, and I've kind of honed in kind of the best ways to play with it. There are a few things you can change if you wish, but the way I have it set up is, in my opinion, the best way to play an electricity DPS at this current time in game. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the my stats. Let's look at the stats first. Just go ahead and look at my CR. I'm 118, so you guys are going to see this damage. Like, it's not going to be amazing at my CR. Now the damage for this is fantastic. Like, it's amazing, but for my level, you just got to kind of work with me here. My DPS CR isn't very high. I am primarily a DPS, but my electricity character doesn't have obviously a super high CR. But this loadout is still fantastic. It's pretty killer, and I know you guys are going to like it. So just look at my stats real quick, just so you guys know it's not anything crazy. Seriously, this gear doesn't even have mods on it. You're not going to, there's no mods on the gear. So I only have, 7,500 might, 2,600 precision. Nothing crazy. But this build is fantastic, and I know for a fact that it works well because one of my buddies use it. Uses it at end game with their electricity DPS, and they can stick up there with the best of them because electricity isn't really, it's not the ideal in game power, but it is pretty awesome. It's still a fun power to play, and that's kind of what's most important here. So we're going to go ahead and look at the powers that we have. First, we're going to start off in iconic powers where we actually grab 3. We're going to grab Weapon Expert and Tactical Genius, pretty much required if you're going to be a DPS. And we're also going to grab Neo Venom Boost. This is obviously going to help us with our damage, and you want to grab that. And Amperage, you want to grab Repulse, Attract, Electrostatic Bomb, Electrocute, and Overcharge. Yeah, let's go to Voltage. We've got Tesla Blast, Wired Bioelectric Surge. Obviously, we're not going to be using that. That's just, you got to use that to get to Electrogenesis. Megavolt as your supercharge, Shockwave, and Voltaic Bolt. So one important thing about this build is you're going to be placing an electro charge on your enemies that you're trying to damage. So one thing that you can change out from this is, instead of going with Electrogenesis, you can go with Electro Burst. The problem I have with Electro Burst is you have to get close to all of your enemies. If you're fighting a boss, you can just pop Electrogenesis at a range. You don't have to run up to them and try and reset your Electro Charge. Whereas with Electrogenesis, you pop it at range, and most of the time it's going to hit. Sometimes you got to get a little close, but you don't have to get right up in their face as you do with Electro Burst. So that is why I prefer Electrogenesis. So just clearing that up, because I know some people like to use Electro Burst over Electrogenesis. So let's go ahead and take a look at the loadout. Our first move is going to be Neo Venom Boost. Our second move is going to be Electrocute. Third move is Wired. 4 is Electrogenesis. 5 is Voltaic Bolt. And 5 is Megavolt. So, yeah, this is what our little loadout looks like right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just go through the rotation once, just fully, kind of normal, full speed that you would do it when a raid, an alert, whatever you're playing. And after I do that, I will kind of slow it down for you guys and explain to you how you play this rotation. So to start it off, well, like I said, I'm just going to do it. So here we go. So you guys can see it is just continuous damage. You're constantly doing something. That's really important when you're a DPS. You want to make sure you're always popping a move. You're always, not necessarily just massacring your power, because you don't want to, destroy your trolls, but you do want to be constantly doing something within a reasonable stance that, can drain, your enemy's health. So that is what the basic rotation looks like. Obviously, you can throw in a Megavolt in there, and I will show you that here in a second, but let me just go ahead and tell you how this rotation works. So the first thing we're going to do is, let's go into skills. I always forget the name of the powers, but let's see. Or into loadout. Okay, so we're going to start off with Electrocute. And the reason we do that is because we can clip in Wired and Neo Venom Boost. So instead of doing the whole animation for all three of these and taking up a bunch of time, you can pop Electrocute and then clip in Wired and Neo Venom Boost. So you're going to go 2, 3, 1. Or, triangle, circle, square. Whatever, if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever. So Electrocute, Wired, and Neo Venom Boost. And then we need to apply our Electro Charge with Electrogenesis. So that's where kind of the main damage comes in. When you apply this Electric Charge, it's going to do apply a second dot, actually. You're already doing a dot with Electrocute. And this is going to apply your second dot, which is not only a dot. When you use Voltaic Bolt, it's going to do more damage to those that already have an electric charge, and it will actually apply another electric charge. So you're going to be doing, you're going to be adding kind of almost doubling your damage. It's kind of interesting how that works. I'm not sure exactly on the numbers, but this whole setup is really nice here. And so Megavolt is just another really large DOT attack. So you can throw that in kind of wherever you want, and I will show you that right here. So it looks really cool too, and that's always important to me. So let's see. Like I said, you watch them. We're gonna do a 2, 3, 1. Clip those in. You can throw your weapon, and attack. So that's another important part of this rotation. When you're pressing, let me just go ahead and slow down and show you. So after you clip in, your buffs here, you clip these in. You want a weapon throw, and then apply Electrogenesis. Now this is gonna go a lot quicker when you're actually doing it. So you're gonna apply your buffs, throw your weapon, and do Electrogenesis. And while you're applying your Voltaic Bolt like this, after every single one, you're gonna want to do a range attack. So you're gonna go Voltaic Bolt, weapon throw, Voltaic Bolt, weapon throw, and you're gonna clip and kind of cut out that animation with it, but you're still gonna be getting the damage. So you can see we hit right there for 1500. We're gonna pop a Voltaic Bolt, throw it, and you can see right there it still hits. So like I said, you're always going to be doing something. It's rather quick, but once you get it, it's very simple. Another thing I want to say is with Neo Venom Boost, I believe it's called our #1 move. Its refresh rate is a lot longer, not a lot, but it's a little longer than your 2 and 3. That's the ones you're going to be refreshing the most. 2, 3, and 4, I should say. So you refresh those, and then you go and do your Voltaic Bolt. Your Neo Venom Boost is more than likely, or it will be, on a refresh, and you're gonna pop probably 2 and 3, maybe 2 or 3 more times after that. But what you want to make sure that you don't do is, if your Neo Venom Boost is done and you're in the middle of your 2 and 3 rotation like this, don't do your Neo Venom Boost in the middle of that. You want to clip it in with 2 and 3, because not only is that going to save you time, but it's going to make your DPS do more, because you're not going to be clipping one in with 2 and 3, so it's going to slow you down ultimately instead of doing your damage. So I'm going to show you the full rotation one more time, including the supercharge. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go 2, 3, 1, throw our weapon, 4, throw our weapon, 5, and then this is the rotation. We can pop, a supercharge in there real quick, do a weapon throw, and then our Voltaic Bolt. And this is the rotation. I mean, it's very simple. It's a very, very powerful build as far as electricity goes. And yeah, like I said, I worked on it for a while, so I hope you guys like this. Let me know. I've been a DPS since I've been playing this game, so I'm very sure that this is a great build. But if I miss something, if I mess something up, please be sure to leave it in the comments below and let me know. I want to do some more DPS builds with other powers. You guys can request what power you want me to do next, and I'll work on that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.